So my hair has been in a protective style for 6 weeks now, and there's a lot of build-up. I don't know if you can see over here. So let me show you guys how I get rid of my build-up using my favorite Ayurvedic oil. One of the reasons why I like to do mini twists before installing my protective style is because of the sections that I've made. Because for this detangling, I'm basically going to be going section by section, and by that I mean however they were sectioned when they were in twists, that's how I'm going to go in to detangle, especially because of the build-up that's at the root. So for some of these sections there's a lot of build-up, for some of them it's not as much, but I found this to be the best way to just make sure you get rid of all the build-up, and it also helps you to just deal with the tangles little by little, little by little, so then you have less of a chance of experiencing breakage. So this back section, for example, has some build up at the base. I don't know whether you can see. Yeah, there's some build up here. So I go in with my oil, and I like to focus the oil at the root, the place where the build-up is. Then I like to just rub the oil into the hair, make sure it's making a lot of contact with the place where there's a lot of build-up. Then with my thumb, thumbs quite the tool. I like to use my thumb like a comb. So what it's actually doing is it's going through the section. I'm raking through the section, you know, and just getting rid of any tangling that's there. When I find a spot that has breakage, I pay, not breakage, build up, I pay a lot more attention to it and just kind of go with it. Then you see, I don't know if you can see, I have really fine hairs. You can see, you see that? That's build up. No worries though, I'm going to leave a link in the description of a detailed video where now I show you dealing specifically with the build up at the root. But this is just a brief summary of what I like to do, right? Like I said, there will be a lot of shedding again because your hair was shedding and it was in a protective style, so all that shed hair that didn't come out because of the protective style is going to come out now. So there'll be shedding. Yeah, there'll be a lot of shedding. Be sure to take your time, honestly, because this requires a gentle hand and patience. This for me is usually the longest bit of this process, but it's definitely worth it because once I'm done with this section, once I'm done with this process, it just eases everything else. Like the biggest concern now I'll have when it comes to the pre-pooing, the conditioning, will just basically, it'll be much easier to go through my hair and to get the product into my hair, to wash my hair, because when I'm shampooing, I'm not worried about, okay, there's build up here. So then as I'm massaging the shampoo into my scalp, next thing you know, I'm experiencing breakage because there was build up at the base that I didn't get rid of. So it just makes my life easier. It takes long, but it just makes my life easier. You see, shed hair. Like I said, section by section, section by section. And I do this until it gets to a point where my fingers can very easily just pass through the hair. See, like that. And then I move on to the next section. And I'll just continue it this way all over my head. I have detangled a big enough section. I like to then twist that up. Yeah. Areas where the build-up is not as much, or it's just not there, so like this section, see this whole section, I usually now get more hair, and then that's what I'm gonna be detangling. So stir that oil. If you decide to use this method, aka with a thumb, let me know how it goes for you. Leave a comment below to just tell me how it goes for you. If it makes things easier. Because for me, definitely makes my life easier just using my thumb. So now that I'm done, let me show you guys how to use this. Be very gentle while using the comb. The point is to just get rid of as much shed hair as possible. So you're not really using this. I wouldn't advise to use this first before you detangle, just because you could potentially experience a lot more breakage. Yeah, so I usually use that as a step after I've detangled. It's just there to help me get rid of more shed hair. Then I just section out that section, I twist it up. And then move on to the next section. Right, should be this one. Once again, starting off with the ends and then working up. And then, just in case, as you're combing you realize that the comb gets stuck somewhere, there's a tangle somewhere that maybe you missed, go back in with the oil, fingers detangle that particular section, then you can go in with the comb, because the whole point is we're trying to retain our length, we're trying to prevent breakage. This section, the middle section, is always the hardest part for me to work on, whether it's installing my protective styles or detangling. It's usually the hardest part. So my arms usually have to go like this. And it's also, for me, the middle part for my hair, for me my hair is also the thickest and tends to be the most coarse, so it's prone to a lot more tangling than other sections of my hair. This is the amount of shedding from just this section. This other section had about the same amount of shedding. Then what I do, depending on when my wash day will be, so in this situation I'm not washing it anytime soon, so I'll just pin it up until I'm ready to wash my hair. Then I'll do usual pre-poo, then I go on with my wash day. If you're planning on washing your hair immediately after, once you've sectioned out like this, you can just go ahead with whatever routine you use. So if you use a pre-poo, you can just use your pre-poo, or if you go straight into washing your hair, you can just wash your hair. But I'm basically done, so I'll just spin it up like this section, and then that's it. I am done. So this hair is ready for wash day anytime, anytime. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, but until next time, see ya.